Hey, so this week we've been talking about how we've lost our spark and how we can get it back. And we're just continuing on that today. So this is part 3 in the series. So if you haven't been following through, the videos are in Facebook. You can go back and have a look through what it is. Like the first one was about what it is that gives us our spark, how we've lost our spark, how we're feeling like really numb, dumb, lost in the place that we are at the moment. We're wanting to have a lot more fun and enjoyment. We want to have things happening in our lives. And so what is it that gives us a spark? It's having that sense of direction. It's having goals, having things that we're going for. And as we're taking action towards those goals, it's when we actually get that fulfillment. So if you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch that. The second video that we did was about visioning our life. When we've got a vision for where we want to be, then we can take action in alignment with that. So there's the second video there on how to create your vision, and you can go back and go through that one to figure out what is the vision for your life. So if you don't know what your vision is for your life, you can spend some time going through that and thinking about it. And at the end of that, we came out with a list of what your vision is for your life. Now, the one today that we're going through is about goal setting. Today, we're going to talk about how goal setting will help us and how to do that. So we have a vision that we created for our life, that place that we want to be. You can see in the future, you see, this is how I want to be living my life. Now, the next problem is, I want to take action towards that, but I can't see the path. So many of us look at it, that vision looks so big, so out of reach, because I don't know every little step along the way. And you know what? You actually don't need to know every single step along the way. All we want to know is how far we want to be moving towards that goal. So you can set goals as milestones along that path. Maybe if you're trying to buy a house, then you can set milestones in terms of money. If you're trying to do other things, you can always find a milestone of where you want to be. If you're trying to start out a business, then you've got milestones of where you want to be along that way. And so that's what we want to talk about today, is how do we set those goals? When we have that big picture, the house is actually a very good example. We'll follow through with that today. That house that we want to get there. We want to buy a house, and we need a deposit. It's a very easy one to follow through. When you've got that number there, we know that, okay, in 2 years' time, we want to have a $20,000 deposit or whatever it is that you need. And so what we work out is that in 1 year time, we want to have $10,000 deposit. And so in 6 months' time, we want to have a $5,000 deposit. And in 3 months' time, I want to have a $2,500 money saved. And when we've broken it down in that sort of way, we know that we're on track. Because all we're looking at is, how much do I need to be saving this week to be on track for my goal for the month? How much do I need to be saving for that goal to be on track for the year? So we break it down, starting from the big picture, working our way back. And it's not just about money. The other goals we had, so catching up with friends. How do we have that fulfillment? How do we have that time with friends and family? So you can figure it out. How do you see yourself catching up with your friends in your ideal life? How many times a week do you want to see them? What do you want to be doing with them? Maybe you want to have a big barbecue. Maybe you want to have them coming over. So looking at that big picture, you can break it down to how you can be working towards those goals in other areas of your life. Like if you want to be catching up with friends, let's say you want to catch up with them twice a month, where you have people over for a barbecue 4 times a year. So therefore, in 3 months, you're going to be doing that catch up once. And so within the next month, we want to be spending some time talking with those friends, arranging a date. We've got to arrange a date for the barbecue. We've got to be arranging what's going to go on, and we're going to make it happen. So everything that we're looking at for those goals can be broken down into manageable steps that we can use to move forward towards those goals. And it's where we actually start taking action. When we've got a goal or a vision for our life, we can create those goals that are steps to get us there. And as we start taking action on those steps, we really start feeling really good about what we're doing. We know that we are creating our life. We're creating what we want. And that's how we get that real sense of fulfillment. And that's how we get our spark back. How we're actually having this zest for life. This thing that's like, yes, I am loving what I'm doing because I know that I am getting what I want out of life. It is getting what we want out of life that gives us that amazing spark, gives us that joy, makes us want to get up in the morning. I want to go to work because I know that it's going to be certain fun things at work, and when I'm finished that, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z at home. We have a plan, we have that. coming through. It gives us an amazing way to love our life, to love what we're doing, and to go for what we want. There's going to be another video. I think I'm going to leave that till Monday, and the video will be on how we create a morning routine to keep taking action around this. So I look forward to talking with you on Monday and giving that the video. Hope you all have a great weekend. See ya.